Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are doing amazing this Monday morning. Hope that you're doing fantastic. How are you? I am hoping that it is not as cold as wherever you are, that it is not as cold, that it is a bit warm. But in case it is not, worry not, because we are here to bring the warmth to your sitting room, the warmth to your bed, the warmth to wherever it is that you're watching us from. We are ready to bring some warmth your way on this other Monday, on this the start of a new week. On this Monday morning, we are here to make sure that you have started it right. That is exactly what we are here to do. Karibuni sana, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you are watching Art and Culture Monday, and this is KUTV. So I hope that you're tuned in, that you're ready for mad fun, that you're ready to have a fantastic time this morning, all the way from right this minute to 10 a.m. We're going to be giving you the perfect start of a Monday. You cannot find it anywhere. You will not, you shall not find it anywhere other than right here on Art and Culture Monday. We have an amazing show put down for you, ready, put together, ready to just entertain you, keep you entertained, informed, and to just make sure that you're starting this Monday on the right vibe. That is what we are ready to do right here. Of course, kama kawaida, as we start, today is the 18th of December. Yes, 18th of December. The year, of course, is 2023. And it's quickly coming to an end, running to the finishing line, and I hope that we are all running with it as we head into the year 2024. I hope that you're having a fantastic time this Monday morning. This also, ladies and gentlemen, means that we have 7 days to Christmas. 7 days to go. Next Monday is going to be Christmas Day. How amazing is that? So we are going to be having an amazing week. We're going to give you an amazing start of the week. I know you're probably going to work. You're probably finishing up, wrapping up the things that you have to do for the year. But we are here to start that right with you. Today also, ladies and gentlemen, is also Monday number 51. Yes, this is the 51st Monday of the year 2023, which means that we have been here 51 times. So that can tell you this is already going to be incredible, because that means we have only one more Monday. One more Monday on Christmas Day to go. And we will have wrapped up the year that is 2023, and we will be ready for 2024. So we are having an amazing time. Karibuni sana. The show is going to be bomb. It's going to be fire. We have a hot guest list prepared for you, so you cannot afford to miss this one. So stick around. Karibuni sana. Let's do this the 51st time right here on Art and Culture Monday. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You know, kama kawaida, we start with our traffic updates, courtesy of Matri Route on X, to understand exactly how the roads are doing this morning, especially that now we are almost ankle deep into the holidays. We are headed there on our way to be knees deep, but right now just testing the waters of the holiday season. So let's see what is happening on our roads. Someone is saying avoid service lane at Muthaiga exit. There's a serious accident a few meters to Shell petrol station. So I hope that if you're using that route, if you're headed into the CBD, you're around Muthaiga, please avoid the service lane. Please, if you can do that, if you can holler at your friends and let them know before they get to Muthaiga, you will have done yourself and your friends a great service. Of course, that happened like about 23 minutes ago. So if that is going to be cleared up, it's going to definitely be much better, which means that Thika Road is now tricky. If you're headed into the CBD, especially around Muthaiga area, it's messy. Okay, so make some time for that and for that traffic that's going to meet you there. Again, Wayakiwe this morning is not as great. Westlands, as you head into the CBD, there's also a bit of traffic, so if you can make some time there, you are going to have helped yourself a lot. Someone is saying Mombasa Road, we are not moving. What's up? I don't know what is happening on Mombasa Road. If you can let me know. All I know is that there's a bit of traffic updates. So there's a bit of traffic there. So please, if you can be able to make time or use an alternative route or be able to wait up until later on, go ahead and do that, because Mombasa Road is not doing as great. Someone else is repeating that Thika Road is not as great. Of course, traffic has started to build up at Muthaiga, so you're going to take a minute if you use that route. Let me see if there's another one. The Eastern Bypass is clean this morning if you headed into Kangunda Road or into Thika Road this morning using the Eastern Bypass. You may not be taking as much time. So if you can use that as an alternative route, you're going to be doing yourself a great favor. Someone else is saying, again, moving swiftly, using Muihoko roundabout to go into the Eastern Bypass. Again, it's easy and swift. Let's see this. Again, Wayakiwe, like we have said, there's a bit of traffic. Mombasa Road is not doing great this morning. Neither is Thika Road. And I think that is all we have, courtesy of my 3 route on Twitter. If you are on your way headed into the CBD or away from the CBD or even in any other, the 47 counties of this country, let me know how traffic is doing on that side. But right about now, that is all we have for you, courtesy of my 3 route on Twitter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the show today is meticulously prepared to just make sure that you're having an amazing Monday, to just make sure that your Monday has started right. And to do that, of course, kama kawaida, we have a hot guest list just for you, just for your entertainment, just for your, starting Monday on the right vibe. Number one, we're going to be talking about beauty pageants, and we're going to be talking about one specific agency that is called Vela Model Agency, and we're going to get to know them. We're going to get to know exactly what they do. If you are out there and you're interested in the modeling career, then this morning show is tailored specifically for you, because you're going to be having an amazing time. We're going to be learning through when did they start, what are they all about, are they accepting new models, what is the process that is needed, for you to actually call yourself a certified model in this country. Are there structures, are there job opportunities in that industry? So you're gonna wanna sit down for this conversation, and we are going to be seated right here. We're going to be seated with the CEO, and we're going to be seated with Miss Vela 2023, and we're going to be learning a lot, so you cannot afford to miss this one. So stick around and you're going to be having an amazing time. Our second guests of the day are one of our favorites, of course, right here. We have a band. We're going to have a live band, but they are a band, and they do amazing music. I can tell you that for a fact. I've listened to a bit of their music, not all of it, because apparently they have an album, they have singles here and there, and they are doing fantastic. And if I tell you that, you can take my word to the bank, because they're going to be giving us an amazing time. You're going to get to know them. We're going to get to sit down with them to understand exactly what is it that they do. How do they compose their music? Are they accepting new band members? Could I be part of the band next year? We are going to be learning about all of that, and of course about their latest album, to get to know where we can find their music, because you have been asking. Here we don't just tell you to play KE, we tell you KE has amazing music, so you better get to it and start playing. And that is going to be our guest list of the day. You're gonna wanna sit down and listen in and be entertained in the process, and just have a fantastic time as you do so. Okay, so today is going to be an amazing morning. We are going to have a fantastic time. Karibuni sana. I hope you're ready. I hope that you are ready to do this with me right about now. Also, we're going to be starting on our Did You Know segment of the day. And today, it's also, if you didn't know, it is a feature that we have prepared for you, but also something to know. All right, so Old Mombasa Town is a historic city located in the Kenyan coast. It is believed to have been founded in the 12th century by the Swahili traders and became an important center for trade with the Arab world, India and China. The town was later colonized by the Portuguese in the 16th century, followed by the Arabs and the British in the 19th century. Today, it remains a vibrant city with a rich cultural heritage that is reflected in its people, architecture, architecture, religion, and road network. Take a look.
Okay, my name is Kalanda Kamalkan. I was born in Old Town Mombasa, where we are now, next to Fort Jesus. I studied in Mombasa and I did my first degree in architecture in University of Nairobi. And then I worked with the National Museums of Kenya, starting, let's say, in Lamu. Later, I went for a master's degree in Germany, where I studied infrastructure planning. And I came back to work with the museums again. And after some time, I got a chance to do a PhD in oral tradition and Swahili architecture at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. And I worked with the museums for about 3 decades. And then I decided to take an early retirement. I teach at Technical University of Mombasa, the Department of Architecture. I'm also the chairman of the Department of Architecture and Built Environment. Mombasa is historically very, very important. It has mixed history. We had the Portuguese coming down to Mombasa, finding a way all the way to India and settling in Mombasa and Malindi, where they built this Fort Jesus at a strategic position, sometimes in 1593. Later, of course, the people of Mombasa, they were not happy with the Portuguese rule. They went all the way to Oman and sought the assistance of Oman government to free them from Portuguese rule. And the Omanis came with soldiers from Baluchistan, Iran. They laid a siege around Fort Jesus for about 2 years and 9 months, and Portuguese soldiers inside Fort Jesus died of hunger, thirst, cholera, malaria. Then it was taken over, Fort Jesus and Mombasa town was taken over by the Omani Arabs, who stayed for about a couple of centuries. And later the British came, colonize various parts of the world. And after that, of course, we got our independence. When the British came also, they came with a lot of Indian merchants. So you find now we have Portuguese influence, we have Oman influence, we have Baluchi influence, we have British influence, we have Indian influence, and we have the African Bantu influence. Find Kiswahili language, there's a lot of Bantu words, even Indian words, and a lot of Arabic words. So they could easily communicate. It was during the Portuguese time when Old Town really prospered, because during the Portuguese period, the Old Town was burnt twice. The houses are basically made of thatch, mud and thatch, and the Omanis taught the local people to build with stones and using mangrove poles as timber beams. The mangrove poles, of course, they span only about 3 meters, so the rooms within the Swahili house are quite narrow and long. And then, of course, the British came. They put up a base here, and in fact, they turned Fort Jesus into the prison, into a prison. So Fort Jesus was the first prison in Kenya. Of course, when the Portuguese built Fort Jesus, people came and settled around Fort Jesus, building this Fort Jesus, and developed, and Old Town developed then. The buildings, Swahili buildings, are basically quite vertical rather than horizontal. So if you walk along these streets of these alleyways or these Vitotoro, you find you're walking yourself or you're walking under shade and you're walking with a lot of breeze. What would happen in Swahili mtaa or living quarters? For example, one family would build in a place, the father, the son, the cousin, the uncle, and they would give a name to that mtaa. The mtaa name or the mtaa's name would follow an event that has happened there or a landmark. For example, there's a place here called Mwembeni, from the word Mwembe, which is a mango tree. And that place was called Mwembeni because there was a mango tree when they started that settlement. There's a place here called Kibokoni, from the word Kiboko. It was believed there was a hippopotamus swamp here because it was a forest those days. And that's why this place was called Kiboko. Each mtaa would have its separate mosque, and it would most probably have an open place where that place would be used for public events like funerals or like wedding ceremonies. The streets would always be curving, especially the interconnecting streets would always be curving. They were never straight because these were used as escape routes. One of the original names of Mombasa, Kongowea, and then later Mvita comes from the word Vita, which means war. The people here were always at war because they did not like to be colonized or to be oppressed. So these Vitotoro, they're actually specifically designed as escape routes. The people in Old Town or Mombasa, they would come, maybe see a Portuguese soldier, they would stab a Portuguese soldier and run through these streets. They would be chased by the Portuguese who had rifles. Now the rifles, they use bullets. Bullets fly along straight lines. Yet the streets are curved. So if you aim your rifle at this guy who is running away, suddenly that guy is already in the next corner. And since bullets fly along straight lines, you will not be able to get them. You go to the next corner, you try to fire at this guy, he's already in the next corner. So at the end, they will never be able to be caught. Now, there's certain elements in Old Town, architectural elements that come out. For example, we have the balconies, the timber balconies made of Indian teak, which is no longer available. Those balconies were basically spaces for women to sit and to watch events along the streets because women were not allowed to come down to the streets. So most of our buildings in Old Town Mombasa are extrovert or outward looking, whereas in Lamu, the buildings would be introvert, that is inward looking. So they would have an internal courtyard. A few houses in Mombasa, Old Town, do have internal courtyards, but mostly the women's space would be the balconies. We also have carved doors. It is believed that the more carved a door is, the bigger the door, the richer the family. But these doors would be carved without any faces of animals, any faces of human beings, because statuaries or portraits are not allowed in Islam. So they would be basically decorated geometrically with geometric shapes or flowery shapes. And normally, on top of these carved doors, you would have a Quranic verse that would give like motivational quotes from the Quran. Those verses, for example, Wallahu ala kulli shayin qadir, which means that God has power over everything. Those would motivate the owners of the houses, and they would protect the houses in a spiritual manner, not in a physical manner, but in a spiritual manner. Sometimes on the door thresholds at the bottom, they would bury some Quranic verses and talismans that would protect the houses from evil spirits or evil persons. There are quite a few houses that are very, very important. I mentioned about Fort Jesus, the old law courts, the Central Police Station. We also have the first post office in Mombasa. When the British came, they moved their headquarters from Fort Jesus to near the old seaport. And that area was called Government Square. So we had a lot of banks. And because those days there was no internet, there were no email or faxes, everything was done through the post office. We had the first post office that was constructed just opposite the old port, and some banks. We also have the first, the building is called, on Diako Road, it's called White House. It's the first American consulate because it used to house nurses, or nuns, not nurses, nuns, from the Catholic Church, and then later it was the first American consulate. And Leven House which is now an office for the National Museums of Kenya. It's a property of the National Museums of Kenya. Was named after the ship called HMS Leven, which brought freed slaves, and they built that house. Famous German missionaries like Ludwig Krapf stayed there, and John Rebman. And that building, Leven House, was the first German consulate in Mombasa. So for me, I think it's important to preserve our history. It's important to preserve our buildings. It's important to preserve or to conserve our cultural heritage. But as I said, that should not stop development. We should have development, but in a controlled manner, so that we do not come. Once you lose these buildings forever, you will lose them forever. You can never get them back again. For example, once you lose For Jesus, you can never build another For Jesus anywhere else.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the old Mombasa town history. And you know a town is legit. You know a town is it when it is colonized by 3 different people. In the course of just 100 years, it's colonized by the Portuguese, the Arab, and the British. Like, over and over, then there is something there. The next time you visit Mombasa, please make sure to visit the old Mombasa town and the famous Fort Jesus. Okay, I think that should be on your bucket list anytime you visit Mombasa, and you will get a pretty good picture of the old Mombasa town. Thank you very much for listening in. I hope that you're putting that in your Christmas list of the things that you're going to do this Christmas as you travel around. You want to move on because we are already at 48 minutes past 7 a.m. and we are doing amazing. So far so good. Our first set of guests are here. They are ready to give you the entertainment, the everything that you have been waiting for. These guys are called Wasafiri Afro Soul Band. Just a fusion of Afro Soul is I'm already excited for you on your behalf, because that's definitely something to look forward to. So we don't keep them for long. We want to give you a good time with the Wasafiri Afro Soul Band. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time right here on Art and Culture Monday, the Wasafiri Afro Soul Band.
I see you crying on your bathroom floor with a man you thought you never know. Why'd I ever let you go? I see you holding on to broken pieces. You can't find where the last piece is. Now our love is sleeping with the fishes, yeah. The fishes. Usiyempenda anakupenda na unayempenda ashaenda. Usiyempenda anakupenda na unayempenda ashaenda. It's a Monday, ulisema nitakuona on Sunday. Ni usiku nilishikwa na fande na nimepigwa kila upande. Na sasa baby kuja wacha nikushow. I'd do anything just for you to make it home. And when I think of all the moments that you hold me, I might leak a story. You seriously ignore me. Penzi I keep on hoping. Anakupenda na unayempenda ashaenda, usiyempenda anakupenda na unayempenda ashaenda. You either love each other or each love other. Crazy Juni Bliss na inabamba. Then you keep it clean like Bamba. This time round I'ma look for my lover. Far beyond my vision can cover. Cupid did something to my heart and I can't connect with all the fine mamas. Kasha enda mini shamfata.
Mapenzi magumu yamejaa machungu, hatuwezi faulu, hatuwezi faulu. Mapenzi magumu yamejaa machungu, hatuwezi faulu, hatuwezi.
Usiyempenda anakupenda na unayempenda ashaenda. Usiyempenda anakupenda na unayempenda ashaenda, 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 ashaenda. Yeah. See how you take flight. It's a thin line. Nimeshindwa running after you, siwezi fika. You're always in the mood to get me.
If you wanna go, baby, okay. Shida zako mingi zinitoke. Nimepata wala kalibo ya moke. Kama huwezi uondoke.
See, go kill me, jealousy.
Jealousy, jealousy.
Ushatampo ndani yako. Kweli nimeshindwa nawe. She wanna be on top of, top of. Let her grind all over me. Give me mini soko. I feel like nobody. I'm getting impatient. Hizi vitu hazi make sense. She wanna be on top of. Until she moves to the next, to the next, to the next. Until she moves to the next, to the next, to the next. Hey girl, you tell me that you need me. The stories zako zimefika downtown, that you are wa kwanza kutoka kukoma, vitu zikikuja kuwa noma. Now you don't need me again. You don't wanna spend time with me. Unataka cheza rough on me. Unataka kwenda mbali na
See, I go give you jealousy,
jealousy, jealousy.
ushatokwa shauri yako, kila mtu ende njia zake.
She wanna be on top of, top of. Let her grind all over me. Kwa kimi mini soko. I feel like nobody. I'm getting impatient. Hizi vitu hazi make sense. She wanna be on top of. Until she moves to the next, to the next, to the next. Until she moves to the next, to the next, to the next. Anita menita panika banikalipa. Fuliza imefika limita kaza nyumiza. Baby unanipenda ama unatafuta cloud. My mambo imeanza kwenda umeniacha mali kwa cloud. Kweli Cinderella nataka ketu na hela. Na usiku nataka kwenda kupati mali majuu. Huyu pepa chesa na leta wivu na vita na gawa hadi mwaniga na mwitanga sister do. See, I don't trust you anymore. Oh, yeah. Unanipenda my love my paper. What's your gender girl? Mara na kuona na wengine daily. I'll never bring it up, sitaki kesi. I'm standing on the shore na kuna meli. She wanna be on top of, top of. Let her grind all over me. Kwa kimi mini soko. I feel like nobody. She wanna be on top of, top of. Let her grind all over me. Kwa kimi mini soko. I feel like nobody. I'm getting impatient. Hizi vitu hazi make sense. She wanna be on top of. Until she moves to the
next, to the next.
to the next until she moves.
That is the amazing music from Wasafiri Band. And at this point, I just think we should sing us into Christmas and the New Year. Tukae to skis a good music. But we just want to know them a little bit amidst, of course, a lot of performances, because that is exactly what we are here for. But like you and I can tell, they are definitely, the talent is up here, you know, the performances are up there, and we are here for all of it. Good morning, guys. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Very good.
I think we say ladies first. Tusalimiane, tuseme what do we do in the band exactly? So let's start with the lady.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm Mombe
Yes,
from
Mombe.
Wasafiri.
Yes.
I'm the only lady
Yes.
in this band. So I'm a vocalist. Yeah.
In the band.
In the band,
Clearly, yeah, we can hear. We have heard your vocals, and we say that you deserve a seat at the Wasafiri table.
Thank you.
Yes, moving on.
Sure. I'm Mika.
Miss Mika.
Yeah, but I go by the name, stage name Onchoka. I'm a vocalist at the same time songwriter.
Yes.
Yeah, for Wasafiri, the band. The new
Amazing.
hot shot.
So those lyrics have somehow been there's your effort in those lyrics there.
Actually, there's effort ya kila mtu hapa.
Yes.
Yeah,
But in
everyone.
the writing of the lyrics, you're definitely perfect. Thank you, Mika, for being here today.
Thank you.
And finally,
Hi guys, my
Hi.
name is Tim, but my stage name is Kenyan, Knyn,
yes.
and I'm a vocalist and a singer-songwriter and an instrumentalist as well from Wasafiri Band.
Yes.
And thank you so much for having us.
Welcome. Let's start from Tim. Where is your instruments today?
I actually brought it with me, but we had a small accident. I lost a string. And in typical Kenyan fashion, we hadn't carried an extra.
Yes.
We were gonna do some live songs for you guys, but
Yes.
unfortunately, one of my strings broke. So maybe next time.
Yes, sorry for that, but definitely we are looking forward to the next time. So that's a plus for us. We're not very mad about that. So we are hoping to see you here another time. But asanteni sana for being here. So let's start from Mombe. Tell me, when did the band start?
This band began last year
Yes.
on 22nd of January. Actually, we were at a show that we were invited by one of our friends. That's where we met. That's where I met these two guys. They were performing actually, and I was so very interested in the music that they were making. I was a background vocalist for this guy who had called us, the guy who owned the show.
Yes.
Yeah. So after I had their performance, I was like, oh my goodness, I guess this is whatever I have been looking for.
Yes.
So after then, we sat down, we made music, and we were like, you know what, this is it.
Maybe this thing is going to work. Yes, Mika. Okay, ongeza. Give us a T, Mika.
You see, siwacha nisichapwe. So we met, as she said, we met at a show. Tulikuwa tumeinvitiwa.
Yes.
She was a background singer for one of our friends.
Yeah.
And tulisikia hiyo sauti, mimi na yeye tulikuwa tunaimba na yeye in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah. So tukasikiza, and he was like, that Chile can sing, you know, he can sing.
Yeah.
Lakini si unajua tu mwanaume venye yeye kuwa aliona sauti lakini sura pia it was ilimteka. So thanks to him na hii sura yake.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to meet, and
Yes.
I do not regret kabisa, because as nasema, she was a background singer.
Yes.
Yeah. Na without her, Wasafiri won't be mahali tuko. You know, her voice is one of the best voices I've had ever in my life.
Yeah.
As in, namweka na kina Shanti,
Yes.
kina nani huko juu, you know, she has
Huko
a
juu.
really good voice.
Yes.
And I hope you know that. Nimemweka pale juu.
Yeah. And yeah, she wouldn't have said that herself. Thank you, Mika, for coming through. Tim, uliona nini? Because clearly you saw more than just
I'll be honest.
Yes.
She saw me, man. But anyway, to be honest, she had an amazing voice.
Yes.
And she was too good to be someone else's backup singer.
Yeah. Ooh.
So we got together, made some music, and it was just vibes, chemistry. The whole thing just gelled, and yeah,
Yes.
we're here today.
And I like that, and hence Wasafiri.
Hence Wasafiri.
Thank you, Mumbi, for putting these guys together, for kuwateka kuwaleta hapa. We are so very grateful that yes, and your voice does stand out. That is a fact. That is definitely a fact. And we love that you're here, and we love that you're part of a bigger thing, because you guys have definitely managed to do a lot. So you headed into 2 years, yes?
Yeah.
In the course of the 2 years, because from last year in January, that means next year January you guys will be 2. How many songs have you guys put together?
Going on almost 20 songs.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
We
a
have
good number.
An
for
album and a couple of singles. So yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when you guys got together, what was your first song?
Very first song was a song called Ashaenda, which we just did.
Yes.
It's a song talking about love. It says that the people you want in life don't want you,
Yeah.
and the people they want don't want them. So yeah, it's the cycle of life.
But at least you got the vocalist you wanted. So there's that.
Well, there's that, yeah.
There is definitely that. How was people's reception? Because this is the first time you have a backup singer that you got from somewhere. You guys are good friends. So coming together, how was people's reception of your very first song?
Marvelous.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Amazing.
If you see the video, it
Yeah.
was just a fun video. We didn't make an official video.
Yeah.
Our fans, we just put out the song early, and our fans made clips which we gelled together into
Yes.
a visualize, and it was amazing. It's the reason we're here today, because of that first song. The reception we got was simply amazing. It encouraged us to keep going.
And I remember we posted the song, and like our friends were, hey, I wanna be in that song. Hey, I wanna be there. Hey, Mika, here's my video.
Yeah.
I remember there's a friend of mine, and it was Said.
Yeah.
He called me like a month later after the song. He's like, bro, why am I not in that song? You should have given me the heads up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the support
reception was
reception was
amazing.
mad, crazy.
Yes.
Crazy. Yeah, shout out to our fans.
The
Yeah.
reason we're here.
Yeah.
So,
And the Wasafiri have been there from day one. Don't worry, today I feel like you have added a number of other Wasafiris. Yes, a whole lot
Oh, yeah.
of
Bless us.
Wasafiris for you guys, because you are doing amazing music. Then from Ashaenda, you kept releasing music. At what point did the album come in?
So from Ashaenda, we did a song called "It Is What It Is," which we actually shot an official video for, and it also did amazing. It surpassed the previous progress from Ashaenda.
Yes.
So then after that, we sort of got the feeling that there's need for more Safiri music. So we thought, instead of putting just one single
Yes.
after every now and then, we just decided to give people a 10-song album, which came out a couple of months ago. I think it's about 3 months old or 4 months old right now. So yeah, we gave people a 10-song album, which is called Love and War.
Yes.
Plus, making music with these guys is like, I don't know, me going to the toilet or what. It's so easy. It's so easy.
It comes very naturally.
It's natural.
To you. Yes.
And then we can just sit somewhere and he's humming something. I'm like, hey, bro, hey.
Yo.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Nipe yo, bro.
I like that. Let's
You
go to the album. The fact that you guys put on a 10-song album, that is definitely a good length for for someone that has been craving some Wasafiri music. A 10-song album is definitely it. It's what they are looking for. So what was the difference between making the singles and making the album? Because I know saying it's easy, let's do this. But what was the difference between putting out a single song and for it to do well, to putting together an actual 10-song album?
I remember when we did the single, to be honest, we just did it. It was just tulifanya. We didn't think that this was gonna be something that big. This is gonna turn out to be the way we are, So we did the single. It was just something by the way. But when it came to the album, I remember we actually were we thank God tulipata a producer, someone anaitwa Fly. He's a Rwandese guy.
Yeah.
Oh, good guy.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to
guy.
you.
Yeah.
That guy, he's the reason behind all our music.
Yes.
I remember when we met him, we had gone for a show, tulikuwa tumekaa, we are making music, and then the guy had Ashaenda, and he was like, hey, I want to produce for you guys that music.
Yeah.
And after him producing Ashaenda, it was so easy for us to work with him.
Yeah.
So the album, actually we wrote that album with almost 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks, the whole album.
10 songs.
10 songs within 2 weeks. We used to go to the studio every day.
We say the devil works hard, but Wasafiri works harder.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely some hard work. If nyinyi na shetani, you're definitely working pretty hard.
Yeah, but
so you put it in about 2 weeks. The whole album.
The whole album.
Then I want to ask at this point, what is your creative process? Because to put 10 songs in about 2 weeks, you're simchezo. So like, is it the lyrics first, the beats first, or what exactly happens in your creative process?
So the reason the album was ready in 2 weeks is not that it was done like in a rush. Some of them were songs we started working on maybe earlier, but we'd never gotten around to finishing.
Yes.
So we took some of them were new songs. Our creative process includes just listening to all types of music. We listen to Spanish music, we listen to Congolese music, we listen to South African music. If you listen to most of our songs, they're inspired by different genres.
Yes.
So we listen to all types of music, and then we go to studio and experiment with different melodies. It's just a creative process. You can't do it alone. We just have to be together to help each other, share ideas. That's how we come up with the music.
Vibing
exactly,
together.
vibes.
And just so does this mean that you guys spend a lot of time pamoja? Because if such a thing is to happen, then that means you're gelled together properly.
yeah.
Sure.
So you spend most of the time in studio. Where do you guys record, by the way?
We have a stable studio. We are all from A-Fly Productions. Yeah, he's the guy he was telling you about. He just found us in a show, and he loved our music, and he took us from there.
Yeah.
And he's the one who's gotten us to this height. So yeah, shout out to him, man.
That is the thing with good music, though. Like the people who are meant to come your way will come your way, just because you will be performing randomly somewhere, and someone will see you and spot that talent. I think at this point, tumeongea sana. We want to listen to another performance so that we can remind ourselves of the feel, that is bringing so much excitement to the show. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, right here in studio, Wasafiri the band.
Usitake jua niliyopitia kupata yodo unayokujia, madeni mingi hadi za last year. Oh no, baby, can't you hear? I am trying my best, yeah, but it's clear haitoshi, simu ushanizimia. Kama ushasonga, story zako nazisikia. I'm all alone, there is nothing for me here. Slow by slow, ulinifunga macho, ukanitenda mambo, ukaniweka kando, and now I know nothing lasts forever. You said we'd be together, najipata nakumbuka.
Maybe it is what it is. Sio kama hukunitosheleza. Sisemi marafiki ndo walinipoteza. All I'm trying to say is sorry nilikosea.
Na mandugu zako wananipigia, tell me why nimehata texti mia, na wakati uliniambia nisifia, kumbe uliwaona sema baya. Slow by slow, ulinifunga macho, ukanitenda mambo, ukaniweka kando, and now I know nothing lasts forever. You said we'd be together, najipata nakumbuka.
Baby, it is what it is. Sio kama kunitosheleza. Sisemi marafiki ndo walinipoteza. But all I'm trying to say is sorry nilikosea. Baby, it is what it is. Sio kama hukunitosheleza. Sisemi marafiki ndo walinipoteza. But all I'm trying to say is sorry nilikosea. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, sorry nilikosea. Oh baby, oh no no baby, oh baby, sorry nilikosea.
Wow, yes, that is Wasafiri Band once again. At this point, honestly, I'm just feeling like we should just sit down and just listen to you guys perform. Feels like actually kuongea sana hata tusikize some good music. And I am not alone because Engineer Francis Maina anasema show on fire, loving the performance on top. Weston Obi anasema Wasafiri wewe. They're doing amazing music. Lewis Mohe anasema noma sana, Wasafiri on top. And this is to tell you that you guys are doing incredible, amazing music. I think the perfect following question is, what genre is your guys' music? What genre?
I'll say it's Afro Soul. Yeah.
Specifically Afro Soul. Ama do you guys mesh mahali?
I'd say we don't really box ourselves into a genre.
Yes, sir.
We are versatile. We have a gospel album somewhere in the works. We have country music in the works. We have all types of music. We have dancehall music. We have reggae songs.
Yes.
So we try and take everything from any genre that we can, man.
Yes. So your main genre is Afro Soul,
Yes.
but you have very many other things going on.
Yes.
I cannot wait for that gospel album. Well, when are there dates?
Not as of now. It's still
Yes.
in the works, but when we have the dates, we'll be sure to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Please do. Please
sure,
be
for
sure
sure.
and come here.
Yes,
You
of
know,
course.
Jenny Hapa release, drop
You're
that album, and we just we get to listen to it. Ama hata mkuja. We have a Sunday show called Church O'Clock. Kuja hapa drop gospel music. Tusikize vizuri.
Tushushe
Yes,
nyavu.
so
Nyavu.
yeah, asante. So we seem like we are starting on a good foot. This friendship is going to go far. So you mentioned the where you guys go to do your music in studio, but are you under any record label?
No, we are not. But the kind of relationship we have with him, F-Fly,
Yeah.
we'd say we are under that record label. It's not official, but yeah, we are under that record label, F-Fly Studios. Yeah.
Oh, there's someone asking if they can ask questions online. Yes, Wasafiri wako hapa, they will answer your questions. So please keep your questions coming. I am going to ask them on your behalf. I hope you guys are ready. Mko ready kufanya. Okay, sawa. Asanteni sana. So, do you feel like the kind of relationship that you have, like you're saying, an official record label, is that what Wasafiri needs right now? Like, do you feel like that is what you need right now, or you want to move it to something else?
To be honest, we'd be open to working with anyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, anyone. But we are loyal to that man. He brought us from the ground, and Wasafiri is about we're nothing without our loyalty. So we are loyal to that, to him.
Yeah.
And he'd never stop us from working with any record label. That's the kind of person he is.
Yeah,
so yes, we're
that
open to working
explains
with everyone, but
why you are loyal, So question, are you accepting new band members?
unless it's you.
Yes.
Everyone else.
It was nice. People of art and culture Monday. It was nice. Mimi huko Wasafiri ndio huyo. But yeah, it is an important question because you would be surprised how many people are. How can I join? How can now that you are already on the map somewhere? Someone would be like, can I join?
You can join the Wasafiri family.
Yes, the family. They're on. So we are here for all of it. You have mentioned about Tim. You mentioned about a number of things that you guys are working on. But just what is in the works? Like kutoka hapa, what is the next release? What are we accepting soonest?
So actually,
expecting rather.
The reason I have shades on is because I have eye bags at Ujalala.
Yes.
The whole of yesterday we were shooting a video for our latest release. It's called Kwetu. That song is going viral. It's doing numbers, manze. We are grateful to you guys.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the next thing. We're releasing that video hopefully next week. Yeah, and you guys can enjoy, man. It's amazing.
Yes, that is the song, by the way, that made me know you guys. That is the song that was sent to me specifically. Listen, it was skiza how I was say, and it was I was hands down. It was just an amazing one. I don't know. Can we hear kidogo a cappella of Kwetu? Kidogo
Yes.
too, like a touch.
No problem.
Okay, so thank you.
Kwetu ninategemewa,
Nikifeli hawatanielewa. Juu kwetu ninategemewa. Nikifeli hawatanielewa. Watoto waterere nyumba itonejega. Watoto watere. Watoto watere. Watoto waterere nyumba itonejega. Watoto watere. Watoto watere.
That is the next hit, Yani. That is the song, and the video is about to drop. And if this is not calling you to go to Wasafiri pages and just like their pages and follow and share their work right now, able to penny those social media handles correctly, so that we can go there, like, subscribe, share, follow. Where are you online, and where can we find your music?
It's Wasafiri Official on YouTube,
Yes.
Wasafiri_official on Instagram, and Wasafiri Official on TikTok.
On TikTok.
Yeah,
So
basically on all
Wasafiri
platforms.
Official.
Wasafiri Official, yes.
Exactly. So Wasafiri Official is where you and I are going right now. Kimbia tu hapo.
Ukifika
Kimbia
huko utaona
YouTube.
hii sura personal.
Yeah.
Ukiona hii ujue ni Wasafiri.
Utaona Mika
Your home.
hapo.
Yeah,
Sura
hii
yenye
sura
inakaa tu ni personal tu.
Hii hapa hivi. Ukiona hii ujue
Haujakosea.
umefika kwa Wasafiri.
I did not say it. He said it himself. So ukifika pale ukiona sura inakaa ni personal hivi. No, that is the page. Wasafiri Official on YouTube, Wasafiri_official on Instagram, and Wasafiri Official on TikTok. That is where you're running to right now. That's where you're subscribing. That's where you're following. That's where you're sharing. Because I told you, the best thing that you can give Msanii is second to your money. Second, because the first one is your money. Go buy that album, buy those ticket concerts. The second gift that you can give them is your presence. By subscribing, by liking, by following, by sharing their music far and wide. Wasafiri can tell you for a fact that that is how they have gotten here. The networking, the good friends who are telling them, oh, kuna hawa watu, kuna hawa watu. That is how that music gets onto the world. Okay, so the best thing that you can do second to your money is that one. Question: did you already have the first edition of Wasafiri Festival? It's in the works.
It's not happened yet. We had a few hiccups.
Yes.
With our distributors, with our music, but we wanted to at least put out, a couple of songs. We're still new.
Yeah.
We wanted it to come after maybe the album and a few more singles, so we have at least a lot to share with the fans when they show up. We want to give them a time worth their money.
Yeah, so it is going to be worth it. You're going to do an edition of Wasafiri Festival.
Most definitely.
Tentatively, when do we expect that?
Mid this coming year.
Mid this coming
Yeah,
year.
let's
So
say-
by then we will be having a lot, because we already know we have a couple of singles out. We have an album with 10 songs. There's a lot that is cooking. So by mid next year, we will have enough to go for a whole day. So okay, that sounds like a good plan. That honestly sounds like a good plan. So this again is your call to go and subscribe, to go and like, to go and stay around where they are. Ndio waki release hizo dates, you're among the first person to know. Okay, so another question, where are you seeing Wasafiri? Give you 5 years. Because if you can look at the last 23 months or so, you guys have already you have come so far. So where are you seeing yourself in the next 5?
Let me say,
Yes.
definitely we're going to greater heights, man. This so far so good. Let me say the progress is really amazing. So I would say we're going places, man. And that will only happen if you, who is watching me at home, ukifika pale hivyo kwa hiyo sites, kwa hizo platforms, go follow, go listen to our music. Iko kwa kila platform actually. Go listen to us.
Yes.
And with your help, with your support, we will be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ruth Ngare is saying keep that fire burning, so you better keep it burning. A quick last question as we close. What sets you guys apart? I like what Mombi has said. Anasema venye tumekuja yenyewe tunaenda mbali. What sets you guys apart as Wasafiri from very many other bands, from very many other artists in this country? What do you feel you bring to the table that is different from other artists?
I'll say this.
Yeah.
We might not be the most talented people.
Yeah.
I might not be the best vocalist, or she or him.
Which you are, but let's go on.
But when we come together and the work rate that these guys have, man,
Yes.
honestly, it's the hunger that's what sets us apart from everyone else.
Yeah.
We are so hungry for that success, for our music to be heard. Our songs make sense, you know.
Yeah.
We are really, really hungry for people to actually get to enjoy them and to resonate with them. So that's what sets us apart from everyone else. We are hungry, man.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. I have not had a better answer. You know, like you're hungry, you're ready to do whatever it takes, to give whatever it takes to get here. And we're definitely wishing you all the best. We are definitely wishing
Thank
you
you so
all the good things. May all the good things find you. May all the right people find you so that you go the places where you should go. Are there plans for this Christmas?
They not confirmed yet, but once they are, we'll communicate on our social media platforms. We're still in the negotiation stages, but there should be some plans for this Christmas.
Lakini kama una kitu
Yeah.
Tuko.
Wasafiri.
Wewe
If you
piga
wanna
tu simu.
invite us,
Yes.
piga simu,
Yeah,
tafuta hapo, you know.
We will be there.
Before red card ipande.
Before it.
Oh yeah, it's giving signs. It's giving signs za kupanda. So before ipande, please make sure that you are there. I'm requesting for one more a cappella. I don't know whether you want to perform Kwetu or Piga Picha as the last song.
Kwetu, yeah, Kwetu.
Kwetu definitely. My producer is asking, anataka nyimbo ya Christmas. We all want to hear. The team alikuwa anakata hiyo story. Alikuwa amesema hawako ready. Hakuna Christmas carol yenye iko mahali. Ama hata mtumbia we wish you a Merry Christmas. Hamwezi. Tuimbie hiyo. Please sing us that before we go to Kwetu and Piga Picha as we close.
Okay.
Yes.
From Wasafiri.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Leo na
To be our last live show as we close the year, so we needed that from you guys. But I want to give you guys the floor. I want to chuck. I want to leave just to give you guys some space to perform Kwetu and Piga Picha in the order that you may like. But ladies and gentlemen, Wasafiri Band is the band that you're looking for. I know we're getting into we are already in the festive season. If you're looking for a band to binge their music, go to Wasafiri Band, okay? If you're looking for a band to perform at your birthday, at your wedding, at your rorashio, Wasafiri Band are the guys that you have been looking for. And I'm telling you, the red card is affordable for now. Yes, so if you can catch them, kama wedding yako iko fair bivi, kama una plan proposal kifair bivi, tafuta Wasafiri Band. Wa book saa hizi, because I can guarantee you, after that first edition of Wasafiri Festival, that red card is going to go way up. So if you can book them right now, please go ahead and do so. But right about now, ladies and gentlemen, Wasafiri Band with Kwetu or Piga Picha? Yes? Kwetu. Sawa. With right now, Wasafiri Band with Kwetu.
Is it for the money? Or do you do it for the cause? Mahali nimetoka hakuna lami. That's why I can't afford to fall. Yeah. Nyumbani hakuna pita, usiku twakula giza. Silinganishe maisha. Sikuzaliwa na sister, mahari mi sitalipwa. Silinganishe maisha. Juu kwetu ninategemewa, nikifeli hawatanielewa. Juu kwetu ninategemewa, nikifeli hawatanielewa. Watoto wa tere.
watoto wa Terere nyumba itunejenga, watoto wa Terere, watoto wa Terere.
Sikuzaliwa na sahani, nilifundishwa chapa kazi, no favors, shida kwetu ni meja, so grind no matter the weather, fiesta forever. Asubuhi ya cheche, nimeendo way away, kutafuta male, kutafuta sale. Najua someday, we will be okay, we will be okay. Najua someday, we will be okay. Juu kwetu ninategemewa, nikifeli hawatanielewa. Juu kwetu ninategemewa, nikifeli hawatanielewa. Terere nyumba itonechega, watoto wa Terere, watoto wa Terere. Tegemewa. Piga picha, Kenya yetu ya umia, tunalia, nani atatuokoa? Nani atatuokoa? Tumengoja hadi tumechoka, wakomboka bado watutoka, nani atatuokoa? Yeah. Nani atatuokoa?
Hatimeoza, tunalala njaa, wakizima taa tunawasha mishumaa.
Hatimeoza, tunalala njaa, wakizima taa tunawasha mishumaa.
Hata watupige, watuibe, wajifiche, lazima tusikizwe.
Hata watupige, watuibe, wajifiche, lazima tusikizwe. Nzibavu mile, ukubasi fanelene. Mimi Mkenya, kuamka asubuhi na mapema, maisha painanitenda. Jan to December, I might surrender. Nimejicheza cheza, wasema taka fursa, eti wata change. Amani yetu tumekupa, mbona utu stress? And I pray ombi letu, hii Kenya yetu msichome,
Hata warushe yao yote mishale, hatutaogopa, Kenya yetu si sote. Shukazi tuliwapatia wakasahau, sasa polisi wanatumwagia
matarau. Hatimeoza, tunalala njaa, wakizima taa tunawasha mishumaa. Hatimeoza, tunalala njaa, wakizimata tunawasha mishumaa, hata watupige, watuibe, wajifiche, lazima tusikizwe, hata watupige, watuibe, wajifiche, lazima tusikizwe. Zibavumile ukubasifa nelene dina sobabini masikunye dia jabula jabula.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
So my name is Jakub Petri. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
From the hospital corridors, we bring you experts to discuss issues affecting your health, from diet to mental health. The familiar and the ignored are both put into perspective. We then dive into the environment and look at the effects of climate change and its solutions. Join me, Mutegi K. Martin, every Friday at 9 p.m. as we learn on how to better our health while taking care of our environment. Only on KUTV.
That we share our planet with. Join us on the most exciting adventures across the African continent.
See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes,
And out of this world technology.
Meet incredible scientists.
And learn fantastic facts.
Explore, discover, be amazed.
Be part of the next generation of African change makers.
Be a part of Engine, Africa's #1 science discovery program. Yay!
We're learning every day. Engine leads the way.
You have talked about giving people who do not have a voice to have a voice concerning this particular community, because 20 years ago this was not an issue, but now it is a debate not only in Kenya but world over.
Issues of LGBTQ issues that are now, I'll say, universally, they are major issues, and maybe as a country we may need to look into it.
Can say comfortably that in the year we've been in operation, we've been able to see over 500 people. Of course, 300, almost 300 of them getting the service through the platform and solving their issues.
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Bwari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Mtazamaji popote ulipo, unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show
inang'oa nanga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini.
What are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detector and Readiness Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosives.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just done with our first lounge, and definitely Wasafiri Band is giving us amazing music, or rather have just given us amazing music. If you have not seen that interview, you can go back on our social media pages on YouTube and on Facebook to see it. And the most important thing you can do is go to Wasafiri Official on YouTube and be able to actually see their music, subscribe to their music, like their music. Officially on Instagram, they are wasafiri_official, and TikTok is wasafiri official. Okay, so go follow their social media pages, like their music, because they're definitely giving phenomenal music. So please go ahead, like their music, subscribe, and have an amazing time as you listen to Kenyan amazing legit music. All right, so go there and do exactly that. Thank you for all of you who are tuned in and giving me, and or rather sending me their comments. Asanteni sana, ninashukuru. Thank you for keeping me company on Art and Culture Monday. We are at 42 minutes past 8 a.m. and we want to look into our first Did You Know segment. But even before we do that, we have our second set of guests. They are already here. They are from, we are going to be talking all matters beauty pageants and everything that has to do with that specific industry, which is very interesting because I do not think we have done a modeling industry kind of talk from, CEO, from participants, from the heart of that conversation. So I hope that you will stick around. Do you think you want to be a model? Do you have a dream in modeling? This is the conversation that you should be seated down for. So we will be having that conversation shortly. But right about now, on our Did You Know segment, we go back a few weeks to talk about Wangari Maathai. And this it's always interesting. So sit back, relax. If you did not catch it last time, and if you caught it, just a reminder of the life and the amazingness of the woman that was Wangari Maathai.
Did you know Wangari Maathai was not only a green queen, but also a legendary pace-setter in every single thing she ventured in? Wangari Maathai was born on the 1st of April 1940 in the village of Ihithe, Nyeri district in the central highlands of the colony of Kenya. Around 1943, Maathai's family relocated to a white-owned farm in the Rift Valley near Nakuru, where her father had found work. Late in 1947, she returned to Ihithe with her mother as two of her brothers were attending primary school in the village and there was no schooling available on the farm where her father worked. Shortly afterward, at the age of 8 years, she joined her brothers at Ihithe Primary School. As the end of East African colonialism approached, Kenyan politicians such as Tom Mboya were proposing ways to make education in Western nations available to promising students. John F. Kennedy, then a United States Senator, agreed to fund such a program through the Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. Foundation, initiating what became known as the Kennedy Airlift or Airlift Africa. Maathai became one of some 300 Kenyans selected to study in the United States in September of 1960. After a 2-month job search, Professor Reinhold Hoffmann from the University of Gießen in Germany offered her a job as a research assistant in the microanatomy section of the newly established Department of Veterinary Anatomy in the School of Veterinary Medicine at the University College of Nairobi. In April 1966, she met Mwangi Maathai, another Kenyan who had studied in America, who would later become her husband. She also rented a small shop in the city and established a general store at which her sisters worked. In 1967, at the urging of Professor Hoffmann, she traveled to the University of Gießen in Germany to pursue a doctorate. She studied both at Gießen and the University of Munich. In the spring of 1969, she returned to Nairobi to continue her studies at the University College of Nairobi as an assistant lecturer. In May, she and Mwangi Maathai married. Later that year, she became expectant with her first child, and her husband campaigned for a seat in parliament, narrowly losing. Upon returning to Kenya, Madai dropped her full name, preferring to be known by her birth name, Wangari Muta. She arrived at the university to start her new job. A twinge of Madai's background from our previous episode, but did you know Wangari Maathai continued to teach at Nairobi, becoming a senior lecturer in anatomy in 1975, chair of the Department of Veterinary Anatomy in 1976, and associate professor in 1977, becoming the first woman in Nairobi appointed to any of these positions. Now you might think that's it, but I suggest a seat because that's just the tip. Now, during this time, she campaigned for equal benefits for the women working on the staff of the university, going so far as trying to turn the Academic Staff Association into a union to negotiate for benefits. In addition to her work at the University of Nairobi, Maathai became involved in several civic organizations in the early 1970s. She was also a member of the Kenya Association of University Women. Following the establishment of the University Liaison Center in 1974, Maathai was asked to be a member of the local board, eventually becoming board chair. The Environment Liaison Center worked to promote the participation of non-governmental organizations in the work of the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, whose headquarters was established in Nairobi following the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment held in Stockholm of 1972. Maathai also joined the National Council of Women of Kenya, NCWK. Through her work at these various volunteer associations, it became evident to Maathai that the root of most of Kenya's problems was environmental degradation. In 1974, Maathai's family expanded and her husband campaigned again for a seat in parliament, hoping to represent the Langata constituency, and won. During his campaign, he had promised to find jobs to limit the rising unemployment in Kenya. These promises led Maathai to connect her ideas of environment restoration to providing jobs for the unemployed, and led to the founding of EnviroCare Limited, a business that involved the planting of trees to conserve the environment, involving ordinary people in the process. This led to the planting of her first tree nursery, co-located with the government tree nursery in Karura Forest. EnviroCare ran into multiple problems, primarily dealing with funding, and ultimately failed. However, through conversations concerning EnviroCare and her work at the Environment Liaison Center, UNEP made it possible to send Maathai to the first UN conference on human settlements, known as Habitat 1, in June 1976. In 1977, Maathai spoke to the NCWK concerning her attendance at Habitat 1. She proposed further tree planting, which the council supported. On June 5th of 1977, marking World Environment Day, the NCWK marched in a procession from Kenyatta International Conference Center in downtown Nairobi to Kamkunji Park on the outskirts of the city, where they planted 7 trees in honor of historical community leaders. This was the first event of the Green Belt movement. Maathai encouraged the women of Kenya to plant tree nurseries throughout the country, searching nearby forests for seeds to grow trees native to the area. She agreed to pay the women a small stipend fee for each seedling, which was later planted elsewhere. In her 2010 book, Replenishing the Earth, Spiritual Values for Healing Ourselves and the World, she explicitly engages with religious traditions, including the indigenous Kikuyu religion and Christianity, mobilizing them as resources for environmental thinking and activism. When Maathai was in high school, she converted to Catholicism and was involved with the Legion of Mary, whose members attempted to serve God by serving fellow human beings. This shielded her from the then ongoing Mau Mau rebellion. Maathai and her husband Mwangi Maathai separated in 1977. After a lengthy separation, Mwangi filed for divorce in 1979. He was said to have believed that Wangari was quote-unquote too strong-minded for a woman and that he was quote-unquote unable to control her. In addition to naming her as cruel in court findings, he publicly accused her of adultery with another member of parliament, which in turn was thought to be the cause of his high blood pressure, and the judge ruled in Mwangi's favor. Shortly after the trial, in an interview with Viva magazine, Maathai referred to the judge as either incompetent or corrupt. The interview later led the judge to charge Maathai with contempt of court. She was found guilty and sentenced to 6 months in jail. After 3 days in Langata Women's Prison in Nairobi, her lawyer formulated a statement that the court found sufficient for her release. Shortly after the divorce, her former husband sent a letter via his lawyer demanding that Maathai drop his surname. Maathai chose to iconically add an extra A to the name instead of changing it. In 1979, Maathai ran for the position of chairperson of the NCWK. She lost this election by 3 votes, but was chosen to be the vice chairman of the organization. The following year, Maathai again ran for chairmanship and again was opposed, she believes, by the government. When it became apparent that Maathai was going to win the election, Maendeleo ya Wanawake, a member organization which represented a majority of Kenya's rural women and whose leader was close to the then President Arap Moi, withdrew from the NCWK. Maathai was then elected chairman unopposed. However, Maendeleo ya Wanawake came to receive a majority of the financial support for women's programs in the country, and NCWK was left virtually bankrupt. Future funding was more difficult to come by, but the NCWK survived by increasing its focus on the environment and making its presence and work known. Maathai continued to be re-elected to serve as the chairman of the organization every year until she retired from the position in 1987. She lost the elections by 3 votes, but was overwhelmingly
I'm going out, I'm going.
A few moments later.
Overwhelmingly. You cannot be in university and not know how to say overwhelmingly.
Stop it. Get some help.
Overwhelming.
I wonder.
Got him! Got him!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 54 minutes past 8 a.m. and we are here for the conversation that I teased at the very beginning of the show, because I think this is a very important conversation to have modeling and the modeling industry, and specifically focused on one agency that is doing amazing. Like, we are having conversations with the right people. That being said, I'm not alone in studio. I'm joined by 2 brilliant, beautiful ladies with all the information that you need to know. So you better stay tuned, stick around. You're going to want to hear what we are talking about. You're going to learn 1 or 2 things in the process, and you're going to love it actually. So karibuni sana. I am not alone. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
Do we start with the crown holder? Yes, let's start from here. Please say hello to our audience at home. Tell us your name, and we start this.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Eve Omanya.
Yes,
thank you for joining us.
You are most welcome. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Paynette Joan Nyawara, CEO and Director, Velo Model Management.
Yes, thank you ladies for joining me today. I am elated. Like, I was so happy to have this conversation, because I do not think we have sat down to have a modeling industry sort of conversation. Also, like I said, Pinette, your mom, shout out to her.
Shout out, mom.
Yes, she definitely was not looking to name her daughter anything, and so we are shout out to mom. Let's start from the very, very beginning. When was Velo born?
So Velo Model Management was born in 2016, and initially we didn't want to start an agency.
Yes.
Funny enough, I was actually in KU,
Yeah.
and I started training Mr. and Miss KU. And
okay.
upon completing my schooling,
Yes.
I decided to take a group of students from here, and we were supposed to help each other.
Yeah.
Learn the industry
Yes.
and get bookings and get work. What eventually happened was, of course, some people dropped.
Yes.
But then a lot of the guys who stayed, we really hustled.
Yeah.
It got to a point where they needed someone to guide them.
Yes.
And so we decided to register the agency. And that is how the agency was born, Velo Models.
Yes.
Ideally, even from the onset, the concept was to train. Our idea was to teach people how to run the business of modeling.
Yes.
We were learning together, we were struggling together, but we were also learning the ropes together. And so when the agency came to birth, our core has always been training.
Yes.
And empowering people and just teaching you the business of modeling, because yes, you can do modeling, but are you actually modeling? Are you making money from it? It's like music. You can sing, but are you actually a musician? Are you an artist? Do you consider yourself all of these things? So you have to, we kind of wanted to put a professional touch to the modeling industry.
Yes.
And so Velo Models was born in 2016 May.
Wow.
Officially.
Wow. I'm just thinking this is like the 7th year.
Yes,
that's
this is the 7th year.
That's a long time. That's a while. I'm going to be asking what you've been doing in the course of the last 7 years, but that's the question. I want to go back to the beginning a bit. What course did you take here in KU?
I studied environmental science.
Environmental science. So was modeling sort of a side thing that you liked, or how did you end up in modeling?
Modeling is what I wanted from when I was a child.
Yes.
And growing up in a family where, first of all, I'm a firstborn.
Yes.
So I was the benchmark for everyone. I had to be excellent in school, excellent in character.
Yeah.
And so when I said I wanted to be a model, I think everyone was like, no, you're going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
You cannot be a model. Yeah. Like, the industry itself doesn't have a good name.
Exactly.
With people.
Yes.
So growing up and getting to campus, that was my first opportunity to be a model.
Yeah.
And when I did it, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yes.
So I competed for Miss KU. Oh my gosh, that was well, Sikufika anyway. I didn't make anything. I was just like a contestant.
Yeah.
And then after that, now started the career.
Yeah.
Now started learning, there's actually a difference between modeling and pageantry.
Yes.
Because Miss KU is pageantry.
Yes.
And then I went ahead and did Miss World Kenya in 2013. That's literally 10 years ago. My gosh.
10 years.
I did Miss World Kenya in 2013.
Yes.
And I made it to top 10.
Yes.
Then that's when I came back to KU and I was like, I'm going to train the next Miss KU.
Yeah.
And we trained Miss KU and she won Miss Universities. The next year I trained Miss KU, she won Miss Universities. And I was like, oh, okay. This is exactly
something. Yes.
what I want to do. Yes. I want to teach. I want to carry people with me. So modeling was not something that, it wasn't a side thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a side thing. I think the studying, the environmental science, the medicine they wanted me to do, that was a side thing.
Yeah.
Modeling was the main thing.
Turns out what mom and dad and the whole village. But I am so glad that you found fulfillment and you found out early.
Yes.
Early enough, because like you're saying, that is 10 plus years of experience in this industry.
Yes.
You definitely have something to say.
Yes.
So thank you for sticking with yourself. Let's start from there. Because many other ladies like Ashley would never have found this opportunity if you didn't stick out for yourself.
True.
Okay, so Ashley, where did you find the love for modeling, or when did you start?
Actually, personally, I didn't have the passion for modeling when I was a kid. I actually got trolled because I was tall and stuff. So when I came to, I got to learn about Velour in 2019 through an audition. So I went for the audition, and since that day, I can tell you my life changed since 2019. Right now, I'm far, and I can't compare myself to where I was and where I'm at right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was the audition for?
It was for joining the agency, like Velo Model Agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot believe, the thing with people, you are too tall, you are too short. Like, it's like there's no pleasing people. So, well, your height first and foremost is amazing. You ladies walked in here and I'm like, I gotta sit down because I cannot stand between you two. But I think your height is amazing, legit. If anyone ever made you feel like that was the wrong height, just they can see you now. At least we can say that. So 2019, you got into Velo, and then how has the journey been? 2019, that means about 4 years now.
Yeah, 4 years, 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how has the experience been working with Velo?
The experience has been wholesome. My confidence has grown so much. My self-esteem, perfect. Yeah, and I'm so glad to where I'm at right now.
Yes. Let's go back to Paynet a bit, because I think this is what you look to do. Like you like, what does, when you say training as a model, or rather just having people in a classroom actually learning the art of modeling, what does it involve?
The first thing I always tell models is, if you want to do modeling, forget about the posing and the walking. Yes. Think about the technical bits.
Yes.
Because yes, you can pose, yes, you can walk, but are you actually getting the opportunities to walk or to pose? And so when we come to class, ideally we have theory classes and we have practical classes.
Yes.
The theory classes are to teach you the industry.
Yes.
First of all, how does work get from a client to you?
Yes.
How does a modeling agency operate? Do we go out to clients, or do clients come out to us?
Yes.
If you're a model, how do you get work? Do you have to get work through an agency, or do you have to get work by yourself?
Yeah.
How do you approach a client? So those are things that we do in theory.
Yes.
Number 2, packaging. How do you package yourself as a model?
Yeah.
Because we have different types of modeling. You can be fashion, you can be commercial, or you can be a promotional model. So if you're a fashion model, how do you package yourself so that the right people meet you?
Yes.
And I always tell models that our industry is very classed.
Yes.
So we have people who are really making good money, doing really clean jobs, very good jobs, but getting paid really good money.
Yeah.
And then there are people who have never actually been paid for a single job.
Yeah.
So you have to learn, where is it that you want to get into, and how do you get into those places?
Yeah.
Number 3, how do you sell yourself as a brand? Ideally, as a model and as an influencer, pretty much you work as an influencer.
Yeah.
An influencer, you are your own manager, you're your own everything.
Yes.
The same with a model. A lot of us think that, oh my gosh, I need an agency for me to be a model. No.
Yeah.
You actually can do the business yourself.
Yeah.
You just need to learn the business.
The business.
So that is
True.
what we teach people in theory. We teach you the nitty-gritties of
Yes.
building the profession.
Exactly.
Now, when it comes to the practical bit, that's when we teach you how to walk, how to pose,
Yes.
how to ideally find your own signature style, especially when it comes to catwalk. The technique is the same for everyone, but everyone has their own personality.
Yes.
And nowadays, there's a thing that happened 2 years back, especially after COVID-19, where a lot of designers said they're no longer picking models because they can model.
Yeah.
They pick models because their personality matches with your brand. So if you walk into a room and you are goth punk, literally from the moment you walk in, you're just like, oh my gosh, so gothic, so punk, so like your own style is that. A designer who designs for goth punk kind of audience will be drawn to you.
Exactly.
Whether you are a professional model or not.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to learn apart from just the walking. It's just bringing out the best version of yourself and making sure that we get to see that personality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your personality is sort of what decides even the jobs that come to you, the people that look for you, the products that you stand for, or your packaging is determined by your personality.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we have learned, just because you can model does not mean you're a model.
Exactly.
Hey,
Preach it.
Just because you can catwalk specifically does not mean that you're a model. And Velo is here to actually, like any other thing, why I was very interested in this industry is that we have interviews about everything, but not interviews about not enough interviews about modeling, because we have sat here, we have talked about the business side of music, we've talked about the business side of acting, acting, the business. Like there's a business side to every industry. So I feel like this is the perfect conversations to have for models. So question back to Ashley. When you joined 2019,
yes,
then you were able to work with them. How long does the training take?
We usually get trained over the weekend.
Yes.
So each and every month of the year, we trained over the weekends.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at some point, was there a point where you were done with your training?
Yes, for rather like when you go for breaks for the holidays, the trainings now stop. Yeah.
What kind? I have heard Paynet mention fashion models. What other? Commercial models and promotional. What category do you fall into?
I can say I fall into the fashion and commercial model.
Yes.
Plus now the pageantry, now the beauty pageant.
Yes, thank you. Because I wanted to ask that question to Paynet. What is the difference between pageantry and modeling?
Now, a lot of people, when we look at beauty queens, we are like, oh my gosh, she has a really good walk, a really good body. Ideally, beauty pageantry is the Olympics of the beauty industry.
Okay.
When you look at different countries coming together to bring their most beautiful girl, it's not a matter of, oh my gosh, she's the most beautiful. It is, this is what our beauty industry can produce. So it is the makeup industry, the hair industry, it literally involves everyone in the beauty space. The person just carries that message to the world.
Okay.
Their job is just to show, oh my gosh, this is what Kenya has to offer in terms of beauty, and this is the standard of beauty in Kenya.
So pageantry has of course it has something to do with the person, but it is not all about the person.
No.
It's what the industry, and the Kenyan industry is big. Like I mean, if you're representing a whole country, you better do one hell of a job because there's a
So that is what pageantry is, and I think that there's a misconception because yes, pageant queens, they have to do a catwalk.
Yes.
But ideally, it's just a presentation. She's just presenting to you what her country has brought in as a beauty standard, how graceful the country is, how the makeup and the hair industry, the clothing industry, it literally involves everyone else. And then, of course, now her personality also has to shine through. In modeling, however, if you hire me as a model to come and work for your design, you are a designer, I am a model. Ideally, I get paid. You'll call me, I'll work for you, people will see the clothes, you'll pay me for that. So it has nothing to do with a beauty standard. It has nothing to do with body, it has nothing to do with height. It has everything to do with you, the designer. So I am a designer, let's say I design for curvy girls. I'll want curvy girls on my catwalk, because my clients, I'm trying to sell these clothes to curvy women. Exactly. So when it comes to fashion, it's not a matter of how you look, nothing of the sort. But it comes to the beauty pageantry, yes, we are saying that this is what Kenya stands for in terms of beauty, and this is the standard for us, and this is what we want to show to the world about our beauty industry.
So when you're modeling, you're more representing the brand that you're modeling for, and that makes a lot of sense because, like you said, perfect example, if you're making clothes for curvy women, then you're not going to have women that are not curvy on the catwalk. You know, you have to match your brand with the models that fit
your
that
customer.
brand. Okay, so but is that one of the job marketplaces where models can find a job, fashion designers?
Yes. So ideally, fashion models, what they do is, we have 3 categories of fashion modeling. We have runway, editorial, and catalog. So runway is basically a fashion show where we hire models to walk and showcase what you have made. Editorial is magazine or maybe campaigns. Campaigns are what we call, I don't know how to explain it, but campaigns, when I am a designer and I want people to come to my Instagram and to see what I have, I will do a campaign shoot. So it's very artistic, it tells a story, it has a lot of things going on. And then, once I've done that, I'll do what we call a catalog. Catalog is very simple. That is what goes onto the website. Sometimes people call it e-commerce. Like when you go to a store, like let's say Vivo. When you go to their website, there's a model outfit. So they just pose it front, side. It's just for you to see the outfit.
The outfit and how it would look like.
Exactly. So the editorial is like a window display. So it makes you go to the website. So those are the jobs available for models. And you can work across the board. Designers, products, etc.
because that was, before I come back to Ashley, that was my question. Do you have to, if I'm a fashion model, then I cannot be any other type, like, or can you, you know?
No, actually, you actually can do all of them. Funny enough.
Yes.
The thing is, how do you strategically place yourself in the industry? I have a student of mine who came in as a fashion model, ended up doing promotional work at KICC, and now she travels with the client. So she got a client from KICC. There's an expo, an industrial expo, and she went in to just speak for their brand because it was an Italian brand. She went in to speak for their brand, and the Italians were so happy with her that when they went for their next expo in Dubai, they took her with her. When they went for their next expo in Switzerland, she went with them. So she's literally not even in Kenya right now. She's now in Switzerland learning Chinese because the company is opening a branch in China and they want her as the spokesperson.
Wow.
Translator English to Chinese.
Yes. So there are opportunities. You know, I'm feeling like these are everyday things that we interact with, because honestly, how many times have I been on our website, Viva Women, again, you have the perfect examples. And you can see, like, you can sort of, I don't know the name for, I didn't know the name for it, but it's there. Which I feel like a lot of you who are watching, a lot of you who are aspiring models, you know these things, but you need them put together, packaged to show you that this doesn't just happen. It's not random. You know that it's not, it's something that is actually, people have to put in the work so that you can see the end product that you're seeing from your end, that is giving you, you know, the ideas of, okay, I would like to pose for Zara, I'd like to pose for Vivo, you know. Velo is giving you now the intrinsic way intricacies of the industry. Ashley, how many or rather, which are some of the competitions, or some of them, but I do want them to call them competitions, or places that Velo has put you in, like what have I asked that question correctly? I want to ask, what places have you been have you gone to or been part of because Velo was there for you?
Oh, okay. Okay. It has been an amazing journey because I've experienced a lot throughout the process. I've modeled for runway shows like Samantha Bridal, Tribal Chic, AU Fashion Week, and I also tried competing for my school. I used to school at Cooperative University, and I did the Miss Cooperative, and I emerged top 10. So this was my second trial for a beauty pageant competition, and here we are today.
And here you are, the winner. How does that feel like? Tell me, how does that feel like?
Well, it has like a lot of emotional explanation to it. I didn't expect it, honestly, but I thank every person who took part in supporting me in each and every way.
I feel like we started that question at part B, so let's go to part A. To ask Painette, Miss Velo, when did you think of, okay, I think I can also introduce a pageant that, you know, my trainees, or rather my students, can get to take part and parcel in? Yes.
I think what most people don't know is there's a whole lot of thinking and planning that goes into running an agency, to be honest. And when I started the agency, ideally my job was to train. I felt like I wanted to train people, just prepare people for the industry, until I was thrown into a different spectrum. That was pageantry. I didn't want to go into pageantry because there's a lot of politics in pageantry. I really wanted to just stay in fashion. And I saw my girls doing well in fashion.
Train your people, get jobs, they move on, you know.
But then pageantry needs a lot of investing. I always say pageantry is expensive. My friends, pageantry is expensive. Because you have to invest so much in yourself that when we look at you, like, oh wow, she is the person we want. And so there's a time I trained Miss World Kenya, that was in 2019, and then again in 2021. And I learned a lot from the organization. And so one of the biggest challenges that I found was that our beauty queens, who we are sending abroad, don't have enough time to prepare. There's a time I joined this live session by a trainer in India. She had trained Miss India. So I asked her, just randomly asking, you know, the way you just ask one on their live. So how long have you trained this girl? And she told me that girl used to study abroad. She left school for 1 year to go and train for Miss India. Full year.
Yeah.
And then after winning Miss India, she got training for another 6 months.
Yeah.
Imagine we are sending a girl to go compete with Miss India, who's only been trained for 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, clearly.
There's
no winning. There's no winning there. We cannot be in the same level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The second disadvantage that we have is our skin tone. And these are conversations that a lot of people shy away from. And I think it's something we need to discuss.
Yes.
The fact that you are black is already a disadvantage when you go international.
Yes.
You have to work extra hard. You have to show up extra hard. You have to, everything that you do has to be twice as much as your Caucasian counterparts or your lighter skinned counterparts.
Yes.
And then there's also the thing of the country power.
Yeah.
How many people in Kenya know about beauty pageantry?
Exactly.
Not so many.
Maybe not enough.
So when it comes to voting, you find you're competing with Miss Philippines. She has 2 million votes. You have 10,000.
Yeah.
And in fact, the 10,000 is just your family and friends.
Yeah.
In Philippines, they put up billboards. Go vote for our Miss Universe. Go vote for our Miss this.
Yeah.
Billboards. In Kenya, no one knows.
Yeah.
Actually, no one even cares. Most people don't care. But I kind of say most people don't know.
Yes.
So when I thought of Miss Velour, the idea was I want the person who wins Miss Velour to have the same training as Miss India.
Yes.
She's going to train for 1 year.
Yeah.
So that after the 1 year, if she chooses to go compete for, say, Miss Universe, at least
she would have a chance.
She has had 1 year of training so that she knows this is exactly what is required of me.
Yes.
If she was to go and represent Kenya internationally, there is that confidence that I at least compare. I at least have good training.
Yes.
That because the whole time this year she's just gonna do a lot of training.
Yeah.
We're gonna build her social media. We're gonna build her CSR. We're gonna build her as a person so that when she goes to compete, when people see Kenya, they're like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. That's definitely that's a competitor to look out for.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. And I love that because I feel like these are the platforms like this make us start having conversations like the ones that we are having to know and to be aware, like you have said, that if you're competing internationally, your skin tone is gonna be a problem. You're going to have to do double the work for half the reward, and that is in so many other industries. So we need to know. And these things are the other maybe disadvantage is that the things we may not think are important or may not know or even take seriously, the world on the other hand takes pageantries very seriously. So if you're not up there with them, we stand a chance to lose because that's not where the mindset of the world is. So we are preparing to fail. Thank you. That's my director. But yeah, we are preparing to fail because if we do not prepare in the first place, then we stand no chance.
True.
Yeah. So the next year is going to be full of trainings for Ashley. How are you feeling about that? Now that you know you have won your crown, you're seated well. Yes. How are you feeling like the next year is going to be, and what are you doing in preparation?
I feel like next year it's gonna be a very good year because we have so much in store. We're gonna work on our CSR, my CSR, and we have so much to do.
Yes. Quick question: how did you prepare? Now you emerged the winner, so definitely there are things that you did right. So what was your preparation looking like? What are the things that you had to put in place, and to actually emerge the winner?
There's a lot, as we have said. We went for training. We had trainings. We had the dance. We also had dance. The dance category. Also for the outfits, your outfits need to look superb.
Question, Painette, because I know you're part of the people that decided, okay, this is our winner. What stood out? What ticked out for Ashley that was like, okay, there's something there?
I think for the most part, it was personality. I feel like there is, and especially throughout the boot camp, when you're looking at contestants, you need, remember I'm the one who's going to be with her for the next 5 years. So anyway, people ask me, what is she winning? She won a 5-year contract with Velo. So we're renewing her contract for the next 5 years.
Yes.
And for the next 5 years, we're going to walk the journey with her. Whatever pageant she wants to go to, we are with her. Like wherever she needs to go, we are
You're
going
there.
to make sure we take her there.
Yes.
But
you are, just to cut you short, you are very invested in a nice timeline. 5 years is enough to make someone move from, you know, a D to an A plus student.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's the plan.
Yeah.
But ideally, looking at the competition, when people come into competition, there's people who are not sure of themselves.
Yeah.
There are people who are trying to overly do it.
Yeah.
And there are people who are not interested.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the reason why she really stood out was her personality.
Yeah.
Just being present and being herself.
Yeah.
Literally, I think that was it. Just being herself. Like when she does something, just you're only Ashley.
Yeah.
That's just that. You're only Ashley. Like
you already
it's
know.
just her.
Yes.
And when we're doing pageantry, that is what we want.
Yeah.
I want to know you, so that when I tell you, show up at this time, and I know she's always late, I'll be like, stretch kidogo kuja mapema kidogo. I'll tell her an earlier time.
Yes.
So I know how to maneuver when it comes to you. I know how to maneuver. I know how to plan things around you. The other thing was visions.
Yeah.
What's your plan for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Because ideally, you don't want to work with someone who already has too much going on, or someone who doesn't know where they're going.
Have anything going on.
Exactly. You want someone who is, okay, this is how I'm going to come into your life plan. So this is your life plan.
Yes.
This is my plan. So how are we going to merge this?
Yes.
So it was easier for me to merge with her plan, and also just I think most of it was just personality.
Yes.
Most of it was just personality.
Yes. Like you have said, it's not all about whether you can catwalk. Your
can teach you
personality
that.
will be, because you can learn how to catwalk, but if your personality is you cannot change a personality. So if you want to be a model, get your personality in check. It will win you in places that it will win you, it will make you stand out among very many other people that can catwalk. How was the event, Pinette? How it came together? One, talk about the work that you had to put, which you have already said there's expensive, came out. There's a lot of time investment, definitely. So how did you like the result of the event?
I think I have not done an event in 4 years. The last event we did, I think, was in 2018. I think that's 5 years now.
That's
Yes, it's a 5 year 5 year gap.
Yeah.
And coming into this event, I was very scared. I would not lie to you. I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I have an expectation. There's a name I've built for myself, and there's an expectation I have. And I know people are actually expecting big things from us. And so even in the planning process, I think from planning the boot camp, first of all, we did have a small boot camp that ran for 2 months, where we're just preparing them and teaching them, with a nutritionist coming on board to just talk to them about nutrition and health. We had the makeup team. We had photo shoots just so that we can see how well they do in front of the camera. We had videos where they speak so that I can know, okay, is this someone who we can teach how to speak, or are they someone who might need a lot of time, a little more time to learn the speaking and all of that. So camera technique, all of those things. So there was a lot that went into just planning the whole event and making sure that at the end of the day, the event looks nice. And so, of course, like every event, things do happen. Things always do happen.
Things always. If there's anything that's going to happen, it's going to happen at the event.
But I love that this event was very simple and very easy. I think that was the best thing about it for me. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you guys, we have to do this and do this and do this. We weren't sitting on people's heads. We allowed the DJ to just be the DJ, the MC to just be the MC, the models to just be the models, so that everyone gets a chance to just show us what they're really good at and what they can do. And so the event was very simple, very easy, but it was full of so many lessons. I think for me, this experience has just been a learning experience for next year, because I was telling someone that next year when she's coming to hand over, she has to cry. If she doesn't cry, I've not done anything. I have not done enough. She has to feel, oh my gosh, Inaisha. It is no. She has to cry. So I feel like this was quite a learning experience, and even this year is gonna be a learning experience for us, for the both of us, and just to see how we can improve in the years to come.
Perfect. I like that, because I hope we will be here next year to say, okay, we picked this lesson on this lesson and then made this better, and now we are up here. So I am definitely looking forward to the next year, how the next year will be for Velo, and just you know, see the lessons that were picked, the things that, you know, were bettered, and how high you can actually soar.
Yeah.
Ashley, how is the future looking for you? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years after now working with Velo professionally, technically, like in all the aspects that matter? What is the version of Ashley you want to see at the end of 5 years?
The version of Ashley I want to see in the next 5 years is a more improved Ashley, more collected. My personality has grown. I've invested so much in my modeling career, and I just want to see how this reign will take me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we are looking for, you know, the queen that you know, you are waiting to see the things that you will put in place. And hopefully also, are you planning to take other people with you? Because if you're learning anything from Paynet, is that she's lifting, as she's going up, she's lifting other people. So are you part of any trainings or at Velo, or like what is the JD at Velo?
Personally, as at now, I'm with a voluntary organization called GLA, and we have so much installed. We're planning on donating some sanitary pads to a school in Dagoretti, and also my CSR to empower young children, even the teens that are in high school, so that when they come out of high school, they're more invested in themselves and more they're unique and they feel more good about themselves.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So we are definitely looking for, now with that crown, with the crown comes responsibility.
Yes.
So I pray that you will make Paynet proud, you know, of your reigning era, to just see how far you can go. You know, Paynet, what is the future looking like for Velo?
I think this is a question that I have really thought hard about.
Yes.
And looking at the beauty pageantry industry in Kenya, I feel like I have compared it so much to other countries.
Yeah.
If you look at Miss South Africa, my gosh, when that girl wins, she wins an apartment for 1 year, a penthouse. She wins a brand new Mercedes, 0 mileage. She has cash prize. She has, her life is set for the next year.
Exactly.
If you look at all the winners from Miss South Africa for the past 5 years, those girls are doing amazing. Amazing. They're traveling the world, they're championing causes, they're doing amazing things. And I think that is what I want for Miss Velo. And the whole idea is Miss Velo is not supposed to end at Miss Velo.
Yes.
The whole thing is, when I look at the Philippines, they have training schools. Once you are in the training school, they prepare you for pageants. So you'll find, like, I'll use the example of this company called Bini Bini Filipinas. They have the franchise. So when you're doing a pageant, you have to buy a license. For example, if I want to do Miss Universe in Kenya, I have to go and apply on their website. Then I have to pay 200,000 Kenya shillings for background check. And then I have to now buy the license. The license goes for $10,000. Once I've bought the license, then I am the only person from Kenya who is allowed to send a candidate. That is how it works in pageantry. And that's why I said pageantry is expensive.
Exactly.
Once I have paid that money, remember that money is just, I've paid as application.
Yes, it's not coming back.
That's money I've just paid.
Yes.
Then now I have to do the event in Kenya, which I will fully finance.
Yes.
And crown a winner who I have to prepare
now
to go compete in Miss Universe abroad.
Yes.
Now, the whole idea for Miss Velo is to be an umbrella pageant. So when we do what, for example, Bini Bini Filipinas does, they will have an event where they'll crown number 1, 2, 3. Number 1 will go to Miss Universe. Number 2 will go to Miss Supranational. No, not Miss Supranational. Miss International. Number 3 will go to another pageant. So it's not just, we are crowning one person for one pageant. No. We have an umbrella where we crown maybe 5 people and they each go to different pageants. And the good thing about that is all of them get the same training. So once they have been crowned, if it's clothes, if it's makeup classes, if it's talent classes, all of those things, it is done as a group. It makes it so much easier and cheaper.
True. there is that. And also you get many talents. Like you get to the one package that could have gone to one person is now, like you've said, cheaper.
It's way cheaper. And then it also gives a lot of visibility. Because then, if, for example, like what I saw, Namibia also does this, funny enough. Namibia, there's NBC Namibia, and they actually are on TV. they're supported by their whole national television.
Yeah.
So Namibia, they crown Miss Universe, Miss Earth, Miss Supra, and Miss something else.
Yeah.
So you'll find that Miss Universe was last month.
Yeah.
Once the supporters have stopped supporting Miss Universe, now
Yeah.
in Miss Earth, everyone now moves to Miss Earth.
Yes.
It makes it so much easier for people to gain visibility.
Exactly.
And even voting. Because right now, Miss Earth, we have a representative, by the way, Miss Earth Kenya. I trained her.
Yeah.
And we have been struggling to get votes.
Yeah.
Just getting people to just please.
Yes.
It's only 150 bob.
Yes.
Go and vote.
To go and vote.
People haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
So you see, when it's an umbrella, then we can move people from one place to the next. So we're like, okay, so Miss Universe tumemaliza, kujeni kwa Miss Earth.
Yeah.
Support Miss Earth. Tumemaliza hii Miss Earth, and let's move to the next one.
Yes.
Because the pageants usually don't run concurrently.
Yes.
So it becomes easier. So
to
that's what
actually,
Miss Velo
yes,
is.
to rally your people, because they were already there. So the hard work you put for the first person kind of pays on to the second person, the third person.
Yes.
You know, so on and so forth.
Yes.
Okay, then the future is bright for Velo.
Yes.
The future is definitely like, and I like this because you have places to benchmark. They may not be here, but you can see Namibia, you can see SA, you can see, like, there are places where you can see the future of where you want Kenya to be. So all the best. All the best as you put Kenya on the map.
Thank you so
we are
much.
Definitely, we are behind you, we are rallying behind you, we are clapping for you, we are voting definitely. And yeah, now tell us, I think you have gathered a few more people that you can tell, go and vote. Are there intakes? Is Velo taking new trainees?
Yes, in January. We have an intake in January, and we're going to do block intakes next year.
Yes.
So for the 3-month classes, the intakes are every 3 months.
Every 3 months, okay.
And then the 1-month classes, the intakes are monthly.
Exactly. Yeah. So now you know, if you have been wanting to be a model, this is your chance to actually put in the work, put in the money, put in the time to actually, you know, package yourself as someone that money can go to, that brands can come to, that companies can call, you know. So you have to give money to get money. And Velo is the place that you need to do that. So social media handles for people who are wondering, okay, Velo, where can I find them? Where can I be able to reach them?
We are pretty much everywhere. We have a website, www.velomodels.com.
Yes.
We are on every social media platform.
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads.
Yes.
X, no, not on X.
Yes.
But at Velo Models.
Yes.
That is the main handle. Once you go to that main handle, all the others you'll find
pop
them.
up.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, perfect. Actually, as we close, talk to a young girl whose aspiration is to be a model. What is the one thing you'd like them to know beforehand?
The one thing that I want you to know is that go for it, no matter what.
Yeah.
You're unstoppable, and believe in yourself all the way. Yeah.
Exactly. That belief is definitely going to take you places. Paynet, from the professional level, background place, what do you want to tell to a young aspiring model?
I think if you want to come into the industry as a model, and if you intend to go to scale the heights of modeling, learn. There is a lot to learn about the industry. Invest time to do your research. Invest time. There's so many schools as well. Invest time, go to a school and learn. Please just learn so that you're not being conned out here. There's a lot of that happening. Yeah. Learn the ropes of the industry. Know exactly what you're getting yourself into before you even decide, oh my gosh, I'm a model. At least just have a bit of basic background knowledge.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, please learn. Like any other thing, you have to put in your time, you have to put in your head there to get some knowledge so that all these things can now reward by you actually becoming a professional model, someone who knows exactly what it takes to be a model. Thank you very much, ladies. It's been an honor, a pleasure. That has gone pretty fast and pretty quickly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Guys, that's how we put an end to our lounge number 2. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for enjoying the conversation. Asanteni sana, but for now, that's where we put a pause on our lounge number 2.
is Jakub Petri. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo Power si vuguvugu. Pepo Power ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Adventures across the African continent.
See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes,
and out of this world technology.
Meet incredible scientists
and learn fantastic facts.
Explore, discover, be amazed.
Be part of the next generation of African change makers.
Be a part of ENGEN, Africa's #1 science discovery program. Yay!
We're learning every day.
You have talked about giving people who do not have a voice to have a voice concerning this particular community, because 20 years ago this was not an issue, but now it is a debate not only in Kenya but world over.
Issues of LGBTQ issues that are now, I'll say, universally, they are major issues, and maybe as a country we may need to look into it.
Can say comfortably that in the year we've been in operation, we've been able to see over 500 people. Of course, 300, almost 300 of them getting the service through the platform and solving their issues.
What are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detect and Can Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosives.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have just concluded the conversation with Velo Model Management, and we have gotten to learn a few things. I hope that you have learned a few things, taken note, and to also note that they're taking in new trainees in the month of January. Of course, 3 months concurrently or 1 month concurrently, depending on how long you want your training to be. So if you can look for Velo Model Management, you can get your training and get your modeling on. So that is the plan for 2024. We've already given you a plug. Please go there and plug yourself and actually learn the nitty-gritties of the modeling industry. Moving on, we are at 42 minutes past 9 a.m. and we just want to help you understand exactly what is happening in the country on the news making headlines. So right about now, we're going to move directly into our news updates. The Kenyan government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has distanced itself from the Congolese rebel group dubbed Alliance River Congo that was launched in Nairobi on Friday and claims to be working towards restoring a lasting peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This comes against the backdrop of diplomatic tension that has been piling up between Kenya and DRC following the incident. Take a look.
Through a press statement, the Foreign Affairs Minister, who is the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, has declared that Kenya distances itself from any utterances or activities that may injure DRC's peace. The statement comes 2 days after Corneille Nangaa, a DRC opposition leader, joined forces with several DRC's rebel movements, including M23, to launch a rebel group dubbed Alliance River Congo in a hotel in Nairobi on Friday, 15th December. Nangaa, who lives in exile, claims that the newly formed group intends to restore lasting peace in DRC, although M23 has been linked with unrest in the province of North Kivu in the east of the DRC that erupted after M23 broke their dormancy in late 2021.
We launch on this day a call for unity for all political, social, and military forces of the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have indeed decided to work together to establish a structured force for the rebuilding of the state and to resolve the root causes of the recurring conflicts so as to ensure lasting peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Nangaa's statement led to diplomatic tensions between the two member states of the East African Community, Kenya and the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, as DRC media outlets reported that the Kenyan ambassador to DRC had been summoned over the issue, and yesterday DRC recalled its ambassador to Kenya, John Kalunga. The statement by Mudavadi that distances Kenya from the Alliance River Congo reads, and I quote, "Kenya strongly disassociates itself from any utterances or activities likely to injure the peace and security of the friendly nation of DRC." End of quote. Although the statement assures Kenyans and non-nationals of the freedom of speech, and that the freedom of the press is guaranteed in Kenya, it affirms that investigations have commenced to identify those behind the Nangaa statement and determine the extent to which the utterances fall outside constitutionally protected speech. The statement ends, and I quote, "Kenya further affirms its non-involvement in the internal affairs of DRC and commits to continue supporting the peace, security, and democratic consolidation of the country." Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who earlier today attended a church service at Friends Quakers Church in Amalemba, Kakamega County, and later a fundraiser at West Rift Valley Field SDA Church in Nandi County, reaffirmed that Kenya has no ill will against DRC. Nangaa's launch of the Alliance River Congo in Nairobi and the diplomatic rift that ensued following Nangaa's move come as DRC is set to hold its presidential elections on 20th December. DRC's President Felix Tshisekedi intends to secure his office, although Nangaa blames him for problems being encountered in DRC, including conflict. Eliud Mutweri, KUTV.
Moving on to matters politics, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has urged Kamba residents to fix their politics, expressing his disappointment on the residents casting more votes for Azimio leader Raila Odinga, despite his frustrations towards their leader Kalonzo Musyoka. At AIC Zombe Township in Kitui County, Gachagua urged the residents to also involve the leaders they elected when planning community development contributions.
Speaking at AIC Zombe Township in Kitui County during a fundraising ceremony, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has challenged Kamba residents to be diligent when electing their leaders. Gachagua claimed that the residents voted for Azimio despite their leader Kalonzo Musyoka being humiliated during interviews just before election.
Please, my cousins of Kambani, fix your politics. Fix your politics. You cannot follow a man who takes you nowhere forever. You know it is wrong. You don't humiliate a whole community. A community that has supported you for so long, for no reason, because there is nothing you have done for them. Wamekuunga mkono every 5 years. Umerudi wewe, umeembarrass, umehumiliate that community.
Gachagua also claimed that disputing the report by the National Dialogue Committee is one of the ways used to frustrate and shame Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, Wiper party being the most popular in Kamba region.
Juzi amempatia kazi aende aongee na Kimani Ichung'wa. Wameongea, wameandika report. Sasa hiyo report tena wanaipiga. Kuaibisha hii mtoto wenu tu. Kwa sababu si hao waliongoza, ni yeye. Wameketi pale, wameangalia mambo ya Kenya, wametengeneza ripoti nzuri. Sasa kwa sababu wataki nyinyi mjue, wanapanga wengine wamkemee. Hawa wanajifanya wanaunga mkono, lakini wanapanga wengine wafanye nini?
However, the Deputy President has urged the residents to include all elected leaders, whether they're in government or not, in community development programs, claiming that if one cannot serve their community, then it's not possible for them to serve the whole country.
Also wakuje hapa pia wafanye maendeleo kidogo. Wakisikia iko harambe kama hii, watumane hata kama ni 1,100, si ndio? Charles Lwanga, hakuna mtu ya Wiper alikuja hata moja. They don't come. Hii ni shule ya Ukambani. Sisi tumetoka Mlima Kenya, tumekuja kujenga hii shule. Na hiyo ni maendeleo, sisi hasa wangekuja tu, hata kama wataki kuona mimi, watumane.
Despite the Deputy President's claims of Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka being humiliated under Azimio coalition, the Kamba people still remain convinced that Kalonzo Musyoka is their kingpin and they will follow him despite his political background. Kenya Kwanza government has of late been seen calling out on Kalonzo Musyoka for being on the wrong side during election. Anyango Sylvia, KUTV.
Moving on to matters farming, the government has announced plans to compensate farmers who have lost crops and livestock to floods occasioned by the current El Nino rains pounding the country. According to the Agriculture Principal Secretary Paul Rono, measures have already been put in place to ensure that enough funds are raised to compensate affected farmers from arid and semi-arid areas. Listening.
Speaking during a tree planting exercise at Kalro, Kandara Sub-County in Murang'a, the Agriculture Principal Secretary Paul Rono said the ministry is in the process of quantifying the extent of destruction of food crops and livestock to El Nino, so that they can come up with a budget for the compensation exercise to the affected farmers.
We are still coming up with figures because it is still continuous, but the government is trying to catch up to see how best the affected families are assisted.
Rono emphasized that most of the farmers that are expecting to be compensated are from the arid and semi-arid areas, where they lost over 70% of their livelihoods to the rain, stating that they are working with the private sector to be able to come up with enough funds and mitigation measures to help the victims.
Some counties, there was a mite close to 70%, and all crops were destroyed. But there's a ministry, we have put up a plan to assist those farmers so that they can still plan their crops for harvesting.
On the impact of the subsidized fertilizers that the government has distributed to farmers, Rono stated that they expect to get 44 million bags of maize this year, which might get to 61 million bags if post-harvest losses are minimized.
We have distributed trials so that we can assist farmers during this El Nino rain to try their maize. So close to 100 trials we have bought and distributed and installed so that farmers are able to try this maize.
Stakeholders emphasize that if the fertilizer distribution is well streamlined and distributed to farmers on time, the country might start producing more than 72 million bags of maize by 2027, enough for exports. Kiki Blessings, KUTV.
Still in matters farming, coffee growers from Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri and Makueni and Machakos counties now want the government to eliminate middlemen in the coffee export business by linking them to direct buyers abroad for better returns. According to the farmers, they have continued to suffer low incomes due to a dysfunctional system that continues to favor middlemen despite their toil. Take a look.
During a sensitization forum organized by Kenya Coffee Producers Association KCPA in Thika, Kiambu County, led by Danson Kilonzo from Machakos County, farmers have stated that failure by middlemen to involve them in evaluation of the coffee before determination of the product reserve price and poor action coffee trading have seen their income melt away over the years.
Hii mambo ya kutoa catalog ama kutoa bei, wale wanatuuzia, wale mabrokers ndio wanajuana na wenye kununua, na mkulima hana chochote. Kwa hivyo pale tungetaka sana serikali iingilie, ijue mkulima hanahusika hata kujua bei na kunegotiate.
Margaret Wanjiru, a farmer at Gashiku Coffee Factory in Gatundu South, Kiambu County, has added that farmers are being paid in shillings while their coffee is sold in dollar currency, a situation that has seen them work more in the farms but get less.
Tuseme dola moja, like today it would have been 150, na kahawa imeuzwa leo, it should be the payment should be as per that rate, because sometimes tumeonelea inagojea, those people who sell wanagojea ili wanatulipa when the dollar is low. That is a way or a loophole whereby mkulima bado anafinywa. Kwa sababu gani? Ile bei ya kwanza hatukuwa tumediscuss na mwenye anauza, na kwa nini sasa ananiambia inateremka chini?
According to the KCPA chairman Peter Gikonyo, who is also a farmer from Murang'a County, he has urged the government to intervene and advocate for coffee reforms, particularly in the pricing.
Farmers are being charged the highest of $4.5, while others are charging $3. So we are saying, and remember this is plus VAT, so we want to invoke the statement that was given by the government that the farmers, the gunny bags will not attract VAT. So we would want to request the millers who are charging VAT to abstain from it, and if that should continue, then we'll also request the government to intervene.
Despite Deputy Rigathi Gachagua championing to fight cartels in coffee export business for better returns to coffee farmers still state that they have continued to suffer low incomes due to a dysfunctional system that continues to favor middlemen. Aisha Saif, KUTV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 5 minutes to the top of the hour at 10 a.m. and we have been here since 7 a.m. We have done a nice 3 packed hours of nice conversations. Thank you for your keeping me company and your comments and for just being here. I am grateful, and not just for today, but for being here the entire year. The entire year, for just coming here every Monday morning, 7 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking here. Thank you for staying here with me. We have a week to Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas already as you enjoy this 1 week to December 25th. A Merry Christmas from myself, from Art and Culture Monday team, and from all of us right here at KUTV. Thank you so much for sticking here, for being here, and for actually being champions of Art and Culture Monday and KUTV in general. So I'll see you for the last Monday of the year, which will be Christmas.